Hi and welcome. My name is Joshua from Tagg. In this video, I want to introduce us to a new software popularly used for most data science projects, and it's called the Anaconda software. That houses several softwares, and for this particular video, the software we're interested in learning how to use is the Jupyter Notebook. So we will not waste much time. We'll move straight into the practical section where we can learn how to download and install the Anaconda software. So let's go online. Just search for anaconda.com, and so go to products and then individual edition, and so you download for Windows, for Mac, or any kind of operating system that you're using. So I'm going to click on downloads, and when you click on downloads, you go check it start downloading, but in this case I already have it. So I'll go to my downloads, and then I have downloads, and this is it over here. So to install, just click on it. So you just keep pressing next. Very simple to install till you are done with it. So I'm not going to do this because I already have it on my system, so I'm going to cancel it and show us how a typical Anaconda Navigator looks like. So this is it over here. We have the home, the environment, the learning, and the community. So these are other web-based applications. Other softwares that we also have embedded on this Anaconda Navigator. So the one we're interested in using is the Jupyter Notebook. So the Jupyter Notebook is nothing but a web-based software that we use in writing our code, saving it, sharing, and doing all sorts of things with it. So how do we go about it? How do we write our code on Jupyter Notebook? So the first thing we'll do is we'll go to environment, and then you can go to create. I already have something created. I said new me. So let's take, for instance, you want to create something new as a fresh user. You go to create, and then you put the name for the particular environment you want to create. So you can say fella, for instance, and then you say R. You can remove Python because we don't need anything about Python. So you just click on create, and so ensure you have internet connection, because when you click on create, it begins to install some useful things you will need to run R on your Anaconda software. So when you are done doing that, you would have it like underneath this new me, or it could be in the case of new me. So instead of new me here, we have fella. So then you click on this button if you want to run it with Jupyter Notebook. You are not going to run with Python, IPython, but we are running with Jupyter Notebook. So you click on it, and then it takes us to the Jupyter Notebook, like on the web browser, the kind of web browser. Like here now, I'm connected to Microsoft Edge, so it's going to open on Microsoft Edge, and there we can start learning how to write our code. Let's wait. So perfect it back, and for us to run our code on this Jupyter Notebook, we need to just go to new, and then we have Python, and then I have R. So I'm interested in creating a new notebook with R. So I click on R, and so it brings out this platform with me with this particular cell. So then very easy, you can keep writing your code 2 plus 3, and to run this line of code there, we still use the same command we use with RStudio. So you can just press Ctrl Enter, or you press Shift Enter. Any one of these will work. So when you do this, let's say for instance you want to add a new cell. Just go to this place, insert cell below, and then you say 3. Let me delete this. Ensure this is not set to markdown but set to code. So 3 plus 7, control enter, this gives me 10. So I can insert below again, and then you can just click, let's say 3 multiplied, or I keep having, so take it to markdown, to code, and then 3 multiplied by 8, control enter, we have 24. So instead of going up here to always click on plus to insert cell below, you can just highlight this and just press B on your keyboard. So it creates a cell below, or you could press A, it creates a cell above. So just like the example, or if you want to delete it, you could just press this and you press S, it clears it off. So like the example we have done before, where we have a variable called, let's call this Tagg, and then our assignment operator, and then we created a random number variable with 1000 observations and 0 mean and a standard deviation of 1. So I still press control enter. So Tagg is already created. So let's take, for instance, I'm interested in seeing the first 6 observations I have in Tagg. So I'm going to say below, and then I can just use the head function to learn in detail some of these functions, and then I say Tagg. I run this. So these are the first 6 random observations out of the 1000 observations that we have created using the random number function. So I have created this. Let me create a new cell below, and then let's just quickly see an example of how we plot cells. So if I say plot, and then I put Tagg and then control enter, so we wait for it, it brings out the scatter plot for me. We have explained the scatter plot, relationship between each of the observations, and we see here all of them revolves around the 0 mean, and we have some few observations that are far apart from the mean. So these observations could be smaller, it could be bigger. So we call these observations outliers. So for instance, I want to create again, I just highlight that and I just press the B. So I can say histogram like we did in the previous video, and then I say Tagg and I run this. So we have the results in this particular format. So I am introducing us to this because in most of the videos I will be uploading on this particular channel, I will be switching between RStudio and this particular platform. So I want to believe we've learned something interesting from this video, and I want to encourage us to stay tuned, keep your eye on this particular channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. God bless you.